So happy Hanukkah. I'm sorry we didn't do the blessings before, but we shall do them today. That's not it. Hello, hold on. Let's try that again. There we go. So Hanukkah blessings and songs. Well, there's just one song, but since we sing the blessing, I guess you could consider those songs too. And where's Mr. Cursor? My cursor's being funky again. Give me a minute. It's not letting me stop my sharing. And why are those words in white? All right. Give me just a second because I realized I used a blue background and turned everything to white. And then didn't switch it all back to black. So give me a second to fix that. I apologize. Because that will be difficult for you to read. Make sure I don't have it anywhere else. All right, let's try this again. And hopefully Mr. Cursor is cooperative. And it's not being cooperative. All right. So this is the first blessing we say on Hanukkah. Would someone like to read it for us? Not sing it, but read it.
I'd like to.
All right, Terry. I can't. So since my cursor isn't working, it's weird. It's working on my laptop screen, but not the other one. So I'm trying to like see all of you, but it's not showing up. So you'll have to call out if you want to turn since I can't see you all. All right, go for it, Terry.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kishanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Hanukkah.
Beautiful. Would someone else like a turn?
I'll take a turn.
Thank you, Charlene.
Before you go, I have to go. We had a medical emergency in my building and I'm on the board, so I'm sorry.
I hope
gotta
everything's
go.
okay.
Okay, sorry. Thank you.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Hanukkah.
Beautiful. If you all don't mind, I'm going to come out. If I can get out of this, I'm going to go out and come back in because it's really hard not having my cursor. So I'm going to leave. I'm not going to end it for everybody. I'm going to leave the meeting and I'm going to put Robin, I'm going to put you in charge for the moment.
Okay.
I'll be back.
Okay. Does anyone want to say the first prayer, or do you want to go down to the second prayer?
Is it on display?
Oh,
I don't see any prayers.
And I'm back as Rabbi Ellen. So let me change my name. My computer's been
you had given us these prayers as a handout before. So
right.
I never got anything.
I sent it to everybody. Right
so
after our last class.
some of us may have them, have the prayers in front of us.
Right. The problem is I did not include one prayer, so I apologize. Let's see if it's going to work now. I don't know what's going on with this cursor. My computer's being very weird. So I'm not going to share it. I am going to, hold on, I can.
Okay.
All right. Instead of sharing it, instead of playing it, I'm just going to make it big. How's this?
Okay.
Does anybody know the date of the email that she sent the?
I never got anything.
I'll tell you. Hold on.
Find it. Maybe I don't know that I got it, but
Yeah, I also don't remember getting anything.
Yeah, if I know the date, I might be able to find it. If not, we can just
Yes,
move on.
it's November 21st.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Let me check. I don't think I got it.
Oh, I haven't.
It's being very, very strange, so. Yes, my cursor is just refusing to cooperate, but I don't know that you can do anything about it. My husband, Mr. Technology, is here, so I will try one more time.
What are you trying to do?
Hold on. So when I go to, sorry. So cursor is working here, but when I play, no cursor, cursor over here, but no cursor over here, which makes it very difficult.
Yeah, so because you're in screen mode, you're
Yeah, but it usually works.
okay, not sure.
All right, so what we're gonna do instead is I'm just gonna make the screen big. How's that?
Perfect.
All right. Sorry about that. My keyboard's also been going out, so who knows? It's Hanukkah. All right, would somebody
Maybe
else
there'll be
like,
a miracle.
yeah, me and technology, it's gonna be a very big miracle. So would somebody like to try, anybody else interested in reading the first blessing?
I'll do it.
Thanks, Gail.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahad wait, what am I doing here? Lahad lichner shel Chanukah. Sorry, I lost my place. for a minute.
Thank you. Helene,
Yeah.
I'm
would you
here.
like to read?
Are you asking me?
No, Helene raised, I saw her raise her hand. But you could be next, Corinne.
Corinne and Helene sounded the same to me.
Sorry.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Chanukah.
Beautiful. How about Corinne?
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Chanukah.
Beautiful. Would anybody else like a turn? Okay, would someone be willing to read for us in English? Go ahead, Robin.
Are you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, who sanctified us by God's commandments and has commanded us to kindle the lights of Hanukkah.
Thank you. So that's the first one we say. This is the one that I did not include in that handout, and I don't know where my brain was, but maybe too much Thanksgiving turkey, not sure. So would someone be willing to, read the second blessing? Okay, Robin, thank you.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher asa nisim lavotenu bayamim ha'hem bazman hazeh.
Beautiful, which we've say that often, not just for Hanukkah, but all special occasions. Would somebody else like to take a turn? Elaine?
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'asa nisim lavotenu v'hamim hahem bazman hazeh.
Thank you. And I would stand corrected. Bazman Hazeh is the end of Shachianu also. So nope, only at Hanukkah is when we say this, at this time of the year. Would someone else like a chance?
I'd like to try.
Andrea and then Terry.
Okay, I'm not going to be as fluent with it, but
That's quite all right.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'asa Nisim La'abotenu Bayamim Ha'hem Bazman Hazeh.
I'm sorry, Andrea, what was that about you not being fluent?
That
That's
was very
beautiful.
good.
I had a,
Terry,
thank you.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'asa nisim lavotenu bayamim hahem bazman hazeh.
thank you. Anybody else? You're saving it for the next one. All right. Would someone, because there's a more tricky one coming. Would someone read it for us in English?
I will. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, who brought miracles for our ancestors in those days at this time of the year.
It's very general.
Yeah.
For those times at this time, those days, this time of year. Thank you. So now we move on to the one I was thinking of. And this is, we only say this on the first night. But I think you may recognize it. Would someone be willing to read it? Hannah.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'asa nisim lavotenu bayamim hahem bazman. That's what we just read.
The Basman Hazeh is the same, but not the whole prayer. Is it? Did I put it in
Yes.
twice?
It's not the Shechianu. Did
It's
you?
not the Shechianu. So
No,
I didn't
no.
put in the Shechianu. That's where the mistake was. All right. I thought I had the Shechianu. So, well, I'm glad we're doing this because we've done I'm sure you've seen Shechianu before. This is specifically for Hanukkah. So we will go on to the longer one. This is what you say after you light the candles. And it's long, so I'm not going to ask anybody to read the whole thing, but let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Look at that, 12. So how about if we do 2? 2 and 2. So somebody do the first 2, somebody do the second 2, and then flip it.
Can you
And then we'll
enlarge
move
it,
on.
please?
What? Can I enlarge it?
Yeah.
I think that I can. How is that?
Lovely.
Bigger? Do you need it bigger?
Yes.
Let's see what I can do.
Bigger?
Oh, that's, no, it was
Too big?
Too big.
How's that?
Fine.
I feel like you're at the eye doctor. Good. Number 1 or number 2? All right. So if somebody can do the first 2, somebody do the second 2, and then swap.
Okay, I'll do it.
Thanks, Linda. Would you do 1? And Linda needs a partner. Thanks, Hannah.
Okay. Hane wrote, Halalu, Anachnu, Madlikim, Al Hanisim, Ve'al Haniflaot.
Nice job. Hannah?
Won't be as good. I've never done this. Have any of you done it?
Me neither.
After?
This is like totally
Yeah.
new.
Oh, okay.
That's why I
Yeah.
skipped the Hanukkah blessings. I've been doing them every night. That I was very comfortable with.
Ve'al hat shuot, ve'al hamil chamot, she'asita la'avotenu.
Beautiful. Now flip it around. Hannah, you go first.
Hanerot halalu anachnu madlikim al hanisim ve'al haniflaot.
Beautiful.
Ve'al hat shuot, ve'al hamil chamot, she'asita Sita La'avotenu.
Nice
Where did
job.
you say this is from?
It's the prayer that you say directly after the first two. So if you look
I
in
don't
your
think
prayer
I've ever
book,
seen this before.
We usually say the Shechianu for the third prayer on the first night.
right, but every night, this is the next prayer that comes after it before Maot Sor.
Huh, we've never
Something my
done
family
this.
already did, always
I'm
does, and
not
our rabbi
familiar
does.
with this.
But
Huh,
now you're learning something new. Nice job
Really?
Lynn, so far. Is there anybody
Okay.
else who would like to do the first two lines, second two lines and flip?
All right, I'll do the first
Lori?
two.
And Corinne?
Yeah.
All right, Laura, do you want to go first?
Ane wrote Halalu Anachnu Mad Likim Al Hanis Sim Ve'al Hani La Ot.
Good job.
Okay, Va'al Hashuyot Va'al Hamilchamot Sha'asicha La'avotenu.
Nice job. Now flip it.
Sha'asita.
Yes, She'asita. Yep.
Yeah. Ha-nerot halalu anachnu madlikim al hanisim va'al haniflaot.
Great.
Ve'al Hat Shu Ot Ve'al Hamil Chamot She'asita La'avotenu.
Great job.
Next one's easy.
Anybody else want to read the first two?
I'll try it.
Elaine, you want to read the first two? Elaine needs a partner.
I'll
Thanks,
try
Susan.
with her.
Susan's hand went up first.
Okay.
Ane wrote Halu.
One more time.
Wrong. Halalu.
There you go.
Anna. I did it so easy when the others were reading it.
Isn't that amazing?
Anat nu.
It's a chet. I know it looks like there's a little leg, but it's a chet.
Anachnu
There you go.
madlikim al hanisim ve'al hanif laot.
Ve'al at shuot ve'al ha-mil achmot.
Try it again, that word again.
Meal. Is that a het?
Yes, it is. It's a little odd.
Meal ha-mot. Sita le votenu.
Avotenu. Good. All right, now flip it.
Ha nerot halalu anaknu mad likim al nisim va'al niflaot.
Beautiful.
Ve'al hat shuot ve'al hamil hamot she'asita la'avotenu.
Beautiful. Does anybody else want to take those first four lines?
I have a question.
Yes, Hannah.
The second word in the third line is hatshuot or hatshuvot?
Hot shoe oat. Hot shoe oat.
Okay, I know that the ayin is silent, but why is the next letter not a vote. Why is it not a double duty dot?
Because of the I and it's, I believe it's hot shoe oat.
Okay, I don't know. So
Yeah.
I'm
But it's
asking.
interesting. I've been saying this prayer for years, reading it out of a prayer book that's about this big and forcing my glasses on. And I've read some of these words totally different for 30 some years. So I read it as hatishuot. It's not hatishuot, but it's probably because I couldn't see that there were 2 dots underneath there. Susan?
Isn't it because maybe because that vav with the dot on top of it, it becomes a vowel
Possibly. I don't know all the rules.
rather than a vav?
I think because the ayin is there.
Yeah. And it gives sort of a sound to the ayin. And
So we're all sure it's an oat.
I believe it's a note and not a vote.
Yeah, because it's a vowel. The vav becomes a vowel.
Interesting. All these rules.
Yep, all these rules.
I also used to, I was like, I have to go check my prayer book. I always wrote Hanerod Hadladlu Anu Madlikim. And it's because I heard my dad saying it. He's probably saying it wrong all those years. Does anybody else want to turn, or shall we move on to the next part? All right, we'll move on.
This one's easy.
I'll take it to the top. So, all right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Gail and Robin.
Biomim ha-he bazman haza al yedei kohanecha hakdoshim.
Nice.
Not Yemei Hanukkah, Hanerot, Halalu, Kodesh, Haim.
Beautiful. Now flip.
Bayamim Hahem Bazman Hazeh Al Yedei Kohanecha Hakdoshim.
Vikol Shimonat Yemei Chanukah Hanerot Halalu.
Okay, check that again.
Well, it could be either halalu or halolu. I can't tell if it's there.
Yeah, I think they're all the same size.
Okay, so halalu, Kodesh, him.
Beautiful. Would anybody else like to try those lines?
I'll try.
Andrea and Corinne.
Okay, Bayamim Hayim him
Oh, hey, good.
Bazman Haze Al Yadai Kohe.
Oh, I go back and look at that word again. This one.
Is that not
2
a dot?
dots.
Yadai.
2 dots say A.
Yadai.
There you go.
Kohanecha Hakdoshim.
Nice.
The call,
Okay, so there's no
Shimo.
dot inside
Oh,
the cuff.
So the call,
Yeah.
Shimo not Yemei Hanukkah Hanerot Halalu Kodesh. Wait a minute. Kodesh Haim.
Great. Good job. You want to flip now?
Yep. Bayamim Hahaim Bazman Hazeh Al Yedei Koha Necha
Mhm.
Hak, is that a resh or a dalid? Hak,
Dalit.
hakdo, shim,
Great.
V'chol shemonat yemei Hanukkah Hanerot Halalu Kodesh Ham Hem Hey.
Great. Who would like to try next? Linda? Linda needs a partner. And Lori, the L's.
Okay. You want to go first or you want me to go first?
Okay, I'll go.
Okay.
Bayamim, Hahem, Bazman, Hazer, Al, Yadei, Koha, Necha, Hak, Doshim,
V'chal shemonat yemei Hanukkah hanerot halalu kodesh haim.
Beautiful.
Oh,
Linda, you wanna-
Bayamim hahem bazman hazeh al yedei kohanecha hakdoshim.
Vikal, Shemo, Not, Yamei, Hanukkah, Hane, wrote, Halalu, Kodesh, Haim.
Nice. Did anybody, Hun, is your hand up?
Me?
Yeah, did you want to read?
Only if somebody else wants to read too.
Well, I
I don't-
didn't know, you have your hand is still up, so I didn't know if that was a new
Oh, my
hand up.
goodness.
I
It
didn't know
is
if it was
still
a new
up.
one or an old one. Well, it looks like
Old.
Elaine would like to read it. Would somebody like to read
I'm
with
sorry,
Elaine?
my phone was ringing with the robocall and I couldn't turn it off.
Not a problem.
Okay, where are we? At the
Up at the
beginning?
top, by
Okay.
Yamin. And
Ba-
did someone want to read with Elaine, who hasn't
I
had a
will.
turn? Okay, Terry.
Bayamim Hahem Bazman Hazeh Al Yadei Kohan Nehlu no Kohan Nech Ha.
Got it.
Okay. Hakdoshim.
V'chol shemo not yemei Hanukkah hanerot halalu
Look at that word again.
kodesh halalu
Good.
kodesh him.
Great. Flip it around. Terry, you start.
Bayamim hahem bazman hahem
Look at that again.
hazeh
There you go.
al yidei kohaneka ha doshim.
You're right. Good job.
Behol Shemonat Yamei Hanukkah Hanerot Halalu Kodesh Haim.
Nice job, ladies. Is there anybody else who'd like to go for this set? We have one set left. All right. We left off 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, won't let me move up anymore, so it's these last 4, starting with the ain. Who would like to try? Susan, and Susan's partner will be Robin.
Va'en lanu reshut la ish tamesh bahem ella lir otam bil vad.
Good job.
Lahodot ul halel l'shimcha hagadol al nisecha ve'al niflotecha ve'al v'shuatecha.
Good job. Lots of echas. You want to flip it now?
Ve'en lanu reshut lehishtamesh bahem ela lirotam bilvad.
Kadeh le hodot ul leo le shimka ha gadol al ni seka ve al nif le o teka ve al Yeshua teka.
Great. Would someone else like to try those? Enough tongue twisters in there? All right, Linda's going to twist her tongue in Hana. Linda, you have to unmute for us.
Sorry, because I had a tickle in my throat before and I was coughing. Ve'en lanu reshut lahish tamesh bahem ela lir otam bilvad.
Kedei lehodot ul halel leshimcha hagadol al nisecha ve'al niflaotecha ve'al Yeshua techa.
Nice job.
Ve'el lanu rashut lahish tamesh bahem ala lirotam bilvad.
Good job.
Kadeh lehodot ul halel l'shimcha hagadol al nisecha ve'al niflaotecha ve'al Yeshuatecha.
Nice job, ladies. You sure you haven't read this before?
I don't think I've ever seen this before.
Well, now you have. Who else would like a turn?
Excellent instructor, Debbie.
Can we
Just
get to
put
the
it up there
English
for
on
you.
this too?
Elaine?
I'd like to know what it's saying.
Would you like to know what it says? All right, so let's
Yeah.
take a look at what it says.
Oh.
Well, let me bring that down a little bit so we can read it. Little bit more. There we are. Would someone like to read? Well, why don't you read it since you asked what it was
20 minutes.
about? Elaine, was that you who asked what it was?
No, it wasn't me.
Okay.
Wasn't me, but I'll read it.
Okay.
These lights
I
we
am.
kindle to recall the wondrous triumphs and the miraculous victories wrought through your holy Kohanim for our ancestors in ancient days of this season. These lights are sacred. Boy, my tongue is twisting, even in English. These lights are sacred through all the 8 days of Hanukkah. we may not put them to ordinary use, but reflect upon them and thus be reminded to thank and praise you for the wondrous miracle of our deliverance.
I think that's a very nice prayer.
It
I have to
is.
tell you, when I was a kid growing up, my family is Sephardic and they're Greek, and they eat borekas. So my grandmother and my father would always read it, the last line, al nisecha va'al nifalotecha va'al yeshuatecha letakomos la barekas. And now let's eat the barekas. And when it's just our family and the kids are around, I always say that and they find that hysterical. But it's just the weird things that your family does growing up that I think at one point I probably thought that's what the prayer book actually said. But did anybody want a chance to read who did not get a chance before we move on? Okay, this
Can
one
I
I
ask
know.
you a question?
Sure.
So for example, tonight, you've got to light Shabbat candles and Hanukkah. Which do you do first?
Anybody
Hanukkah.
have the answer?
I do.
Yes, Linda.
Hanukkah, because once you light Shabbat candles, you can't do anything else with fire.
That's what I thought. Yeah. So Hanukkah first.
Right, correct. So I think you've probably all have seen this song.
Uh-huh. Yes.
Sorry, I couldn't find it in the same font, so you're getting a lot of different fonts today. I apologize, but it's good for your brain. Do I need to make this bigger?
It's okay.
It's good? Okay. All right. How many of you know Mautzor?
A little bit.
How many of you have ever read it before? Well, today's the day. All right. So it's the title they put is Mautzor Yeshuoti, but it actually starts here. It's 4 lines. So why don't we do 2 and 2 again and flip it around till everybody's had a chance who wants to.
Okay.
Would someone like to go first?
I'll go first.
Thanks,
Sounds
Gail.
good.
Gail needs a partner, and Linda. All right.
Okay.
We got it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Ma'atzor. This is a weird font for me. Yeshu ati lecha na na'eh lishabecha.
It's the Shabeach.
Yeah.
But if you have a
It's
hech,
all
it's a-
ach. That's right. It's an ach.
that's it.
Yeah, that's it. Okay. Let's see. Tikon bait. To yeesh. I'm not sure what this one is. To me.
That's a fey.
Oh, it's a fey. See, I don't
Yep.
recognize this font. Tefilati. Visham. Totsa.
It's a Dalit.
Oh, it's a Dalit. Wait, I don't
Yep.
recognize this font. Okay. Toda. Natsa. Beach.
Good job. Would someone read the
Le'at.
next? Go ahead.
Le'et tachin matbeach mitzar hamna as egmor bashir mizmor hanukat hamizbeach.
Beautiful. You want to flip it?
Uh-huh. Ma'oz sur.
Let's go look at that word real quickly. How did you know it's Ma'otzor versus Matzor? Anybody know?
I think because I just remembered from the song.
But there are times where 2 letters will share the same dot. So if you put a dot here and a dot here, it's a little busy. So sometimes they'll put ma, and then these 2 share the O.
But how do you know when? How do you know?
What?
that-
I think just because I've seen it in Torah reading where it's like, wait a minute, how do I pronounce that? And I've been told, well, they share the dot, but sometimes they put both dots up there. So, but I
Yeah.
know the word is ma'otzor. So that's what I'm figuring is happening.
That's the same problem with the one I asked you about. It's the
Yeah.
I and an O, so.
But that was a clear, it had its own vowel. This one, they share.
So what is the first word by
Oh,
itself?
I see what you're saying.
Oh,
It's
it's-
ma.
yeah.
You're ma. Oh, you're right, Hannah.
Yeah.
So it's ma. And then
O's.
that's the vav o, ma'oz. Ma'oz,
Yeah, but
yeah.
it was the Sadi that threw me because when you sing it, it's like ma o sur. It's like that extra Sadi in there threw me. When you said who's ever read it, I hadn't, and that's what threw me. It was like I was
And I would think it's one word, ma'otzor. So.
right. That I did too. It's just that's reading it is very different. But the ma o I remembered from singing, so
It's
that wasn't a problem.
Ma'oz.
But that
Ma'oz.
Very last
extra Sadi in
letter
there
on
when
the
I
first
saw it,
word.
that's what threw me.
I
I guess-
never put Zion in. It's Ma'oz Sur.
Sur. Right, I always
Right.
had it as ma'otzor, but now we know it's ma'oz sur.
Oz
Right.
Sur. It's, yeah,
That's
that's
what-
hard
that-
to get from the Z to the Z.
Yep,
The last letter on the first word.
zayin.
A Zion.
Oh, the
Ma'oz.
Zion, yeah.
Yeah,
So you-
Ma'oz.
But do
But
you
when you
not
sing
say that?
it-
Is that silent?
When you sing it, it's hard to say ma'otzor. So we kind of run it all together, but it is really there. Whoever
Right.
reads it, we always sing it. All right,
Right.
sorry to interrupt.
That's okay. That threw me when I was reading it. I didn't realize there was like two Z sounds right together. Okay, ma'oz sur yeshu ati l'cha na l'shabeya tikon beit tefilati yesham toda nizabeya.
Nice.
Lit 8 Bachin Mat.
Ah, it's a tie, not a bait.
I
Not a
didn't hear
bait.
what she said. I wasn't sure.
She said bait. She said a bait.
Ah, okay.
Wait, no, I said
No, she said Tashi.
All right, Kathleen,
Oh,
keep
okay.
going.
I heard wrong.
Mat Beach Mitzar Hamna Beach Az Egg More Bishir meets more Hanukkah. No, it's Hanukkah. Hamiz Meach. Hamiz Beach.
Great. Did you guys already, you flipped already, right?
Yes.
All right.
Never saw
Anybody else?
I never saw the tav on the end of Hanukkah either.
I know that threw me for a second too.
Yes, it's the things we listen to
Hanukkah.
till you read it. Yeah. Robin, did you want to have a turn?
I was just going to ask if that word Hanukkah is supposed to be Hanukkah, or is it because it's
Well,
even
it's
the,
plural?
is it a plural word for Hanukkah?
Well, let's take a look.
It's not a direct
Dedication.
translation.
The dedication of the altar. So I think it is, I'll have to ask tonight, what is why is it not Hanukkah versus Hanukkat? And it
Even
could be
the
that,
the vowel under is the straight line instead of, it's a different vowel also.
yeah. So I'm wondering if it has to do with the verb dedicate and the noun dedication, that you would change it based on verb and noun. I will find that out. That is a very interesting question. Lori, did you want to read?
To read. Mhm.
All right, and would someone, and Andrea will read with you.
Okay. Ma'az, I can't even do it. Ma'oz zur Yeshuati Na'eh L'sha Beach.
I think you skipped our friend with the lamed here.
L'cha.
There you go.
Na, keep going. Na'eh L'sha Beach. Tikon Beit Tefilati Visham Toda Nezabeach.
Great.
La'et Tahin Mat Beach Mitzar Ham Na Beach Az Egg More Bishir meets more Chanukat Ha meets Beach
Nice. And flip it.
Ma O's or the shoe Le'ach na
Careful. Look at that word again with lamed.
le
This one's not an ach, it's the other.
I'm drawing a blank.
Lecha.
Lecha, thank you. Na le shabaach beach ta kon
Check out the vowel. Hold on, check out the vowel under the tav.
Tikon bait tefilati Yesham Toda Nitzabeach.
Great.
Ooh, that's tough.
La'et Takin Mat Beach. Mitzar Ham Na Beach. Az Egg More Bashir Mies More Hanukkah Hamis Beach.
Nice job. Would anybody else like a turn? Elaine and anybody else? Robin.
I was so familiar with Mount Sor and I couldn't figure out why I was having trouble reading it. And when you flipped it, I realized we always sang it in English. We never sang it in Hebrew.
That's a good reason.
So that I know the words in English. Okay. Ma'otsor veshuati laha na'eh lo savea.
Look at that one more time.
Lo shavea.
If you actually-
La shavea.
There you go.
Tikon beit tesilati.
Say that word again.
Tesilati.
It's a fe. That second word is letter is a fe.
Tefilati. Mesham Toda Nasabeach. Am I supposed to keep going?
Nope, now it's your partner's turn.
La'et Tafin Mat Beach Mitzar Hamna Beach Az Egmor Bashir, Mizmor, Hanukkah, Hamizbeach.
Great. And you want to flip it now?
Ma'ozor, Yeshuati, Lacha, Naet, Lashabeach.
Go back to the second to last word. Read that one more time.
Naet,
There you go. Okay.
Lashabeach. Tichon, Bet, Tefilati, Visham, Toda, Nizabeach.
La'et, Takin, Masbea.
Careful, that's that second letter looks like it could be a samech, but it's a tet.
Oh, Matbea, Misar, Bea, Oz, Egmor, Bashir, Mitzmor, Hanukkah, Hamitz, Beach.
Did you guys flip already?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Nice job. So Hannah asked the question, is there a difference in pronunciation between Zayin and Sadi? And there is. Zayin is more of a lazy Z, like the letter Z. Ma'oz. Sadi has more air behind it. Think of TZ. Tz. So Z versus tz. You have to force more air for it, Sadi. Ma'oz, tsur. We don't have TZ in English, but it just is it requires more breath to produce the sound. Does that answer it, Hannah?
I knew
can I
the
check with
difference.
you
People
why?
just weren't saying it.
It's hard because again, we're running Sadi and Zayin next to each other a lot of the time. Well, somebody had a question or comment?
Why is that last letter of the last word, instead of cha, it's ah? Why is it turned around?
I don't have the reason, but I know that when you have a chet with a ah vowel, it's ach.
And it's
Only
only
at
at
the
the end of a word.
Yes, only at the end.
At the end, yes, at the end.
Yes.
All right, did anybody else want to try it? Shall we look at it in English? So I have two translations. I have the literal translation, and then the common lyrics. Would someone like to read the literal? Lori.
My refuge, my rock of salvation, it is a pleasure to sing your praises. Let our house of prayer be restored. And there we will offer you our thanks. When you will have prepared the slaughter of the barking foe, then we will celebrate with song and psalm the dedication of the altar.
So Elena, I'm guessing that's not the one you sing.
No, I do the next one.
Right. I mean, it's really hard. If you try to sing back to the tune, you're going to have to smush a lot of words together. So Elaine, will you read the common one?
Might be easier to sing it, even though I don't have a voice.
You want to sing it for us?
Rock
Go
of
ahead.
Ages, let our song praise thy saving power. Thou amidst the raging foes was our sheltering tower. Furious they assailed us, but thine armor veiled us, and thy word broke their sword when our own strength failed us.
Beautiful.
No, there are two lines that are different than I'm used to.
Really?
Furious, shouldn't it be they assailed us?
Yes.
Yes. Thank you.
And then the next line is different, and I'm trying to think what it usually is. Furious.
But thine arm avails us.
What?
But thine arm.
Yes.
Oh, interesting.
Arm.
I'll change it.
I never realized it was armor. I'm
But it's
sure I
not
read it.
veiled us either. It's not veiled. But furious.
Is it availed us or?
Availed.
But thine
Veiled.
arm. failed us. Isn't it failed us? F-A-I-L-E-D?
I think it would be veiled because God takes God's arm.
Yeah, veiled makes more sense.
Yeah.
I guess that's one of those things I've been singing wrong all these years.
So I want to go back and have us sing it in Hebrew. Try it, give it a try, see how it goes. Ma'otzor Yeshuati lechana eleshabeya tikon beis tefilati v'sham toda nizabeya ve'etachim mitzvah nabeya az ekor b'shir mizmor Hanukkah mizbeach az egmor b'shir mizmor Hanukkah hamizbeach. Beautiful, ladies. Last fall, Women's League sent me and my co-partner Toby Holtzman to a PU team class, a prayer poem prayer class, and it was very interesting. The teacher was in Israel, and we learned lots of beautiful PU team. Unfortunately, there was no music, just lyric, just words, and it was very hard to learn all of this by ear. But I did learn one that I want to sing for you. It's a different tune of Ma'otzor. Ma'otzor Yeshuati lechana eleshabeach tikon beit tefilati v'sham toda nizabeach le'etachin matbeya mitzarcham nabeach le'etachin matbeya mitzarcham nabeach az egmor b'shir mizmor az egmor b'shir mizmor Hanukkah hamizbeach. I thought it was just.
That's beautiful.
Beautiful.
It's gentle. It's like, it's not the, assail us. And I thought it was very pretty. It's the only one I actually remembered. So that was wonderful, ladies. It's wonderful to spend Hanukkah learning with you. And I hope that you all have a wonderful rest of Hanukkah and a good, restful Shabbat.
Thank you, and to you.
I have a question
to you,
for
Debbie.
Thank you.
We have 2 classes left. We
Yes.
were just starting Birkat. And I don't think that we'll get through all of Birkat in 2 classes. My question is, would you like to continue going through Birkat, or would you prefer to review some of the prayers we've done this semester? So I'll have you vote by hand, raising your hand. How many of you would like to continue with Birkat? I see 1, 2, 3, 4. How many of you would like, oh wait, 1, 2, yep. Maybe that was 5. One more time, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many of you would like to review?
Is it going to be reviewing like Friday night?
Whatever we've done this semester. Did we do Friday night? I think we just did Musaf on Shabbat, maybe a prayer or 2 from or before Musaf. So great, we have a tie.
It's
I
your
can't have a
decision.
tie.
To be the tiebreaker.
We got to do it again. It can't be a tie,
I'd like to do
Well,
Friday
you're the
night. Shabbat.
tiebreaker.
but that's not this semester, unfortunately. All right, one more time. Who wants to do Birkat? Put your hand up like right in front of your screen so I can see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for Birkat. Review prayers from this semester. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're going to go with review. I can submit that, maybe they'll have a future class for you guys to go on to. I haven't heard anything that Birkat be part of that. So wonderful. Well, pull out all your packets. I'll have all the, and if you want to practice a particular prayer before next week that you really like, then you can read it for us. How's that?
Don't all shout at once.
No, you don't have to tell me now. Just work on one that you particularly like or want to review. Sound good?